morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 23rd of May. Now, before I get started, I just want to touch on a couple of things. Australia has currently got the Indian Prime Minister visiting Elbow. Yes, Elbow's back home now. I was thinking of a nickname for this guy. I didn't really know his name, but I'm thinking we could call him Naam, like Naam bread, if that's any good. Let me know if you've got any other names for him down there or if he's got a nickname. So Naam is visiting at the moment, and there's a lot of this going on at the moment in Australia. And they even talked about on the news here this morning, they were going to try, this Prime Minister Naam was going to try and introduce some natural medicines into Australia's medical industry. I don't know what that's all about, but actually we would probably embrace something like that, wouldn't we, guys, rather than the artificial jab events that have been going on. So I don't know what's going on, but they're talking medical things. They're also talking Elbow and are talking about resources. Of course, we knew that was always going to be part of the big picture and plan of these meetings. So that's what's happening here in Australia. The other thing I wanted to mention too, they did discuss on the news this morning. Remember, was it last week or it was a few weeks ago, I think, I talked about a little country that's at the top of Australia called Papua New Guinea. Most of you would have heard of it. Well, apparently, and I was talking about them being unsettled and that. There was a lot of unrest up there. It sort of lays across the top of Australia. And apparently they had them on the news this morning, actually, and they have signed a defense agreement with America. So that's a pretty big deal. So not sure what that's all about, but obviously something was cooking, and now all the documents are being signed. They're showing that on the news this morning here in Australia. So I just wanted to give you that update. Yes, the Trivia Fountain, thank you guys. That was what that fountain was called. They climate protesters in Italy put the black ink in the water. I was talking about that fountain probably last week or week before, I think it was. Sorry, there's a garbage truck going past outside. It's a little bit noisy. Cheers, everybody. I've got my morning cup of tea. I'm off to get my coffee in a minute. But I needed warming up. It's really cold here. We're in the minuses now. Everything's frozen. All the cat bowls outside are frozen. Everything's frozen. But you end up having a nice day when you get a big, huge frost like that. I don't mind it. All right, let's get started. Let's get into it. Us BS detectors with our BS detector Superman suits that we had on yesterday. And let's see what comes up. Oh, I did see Charles and Camilla at the Chelsea Flower Show. Oh, he's doing all the right things, isn't he? He's really following in his mum's footsteps too. The Royal Kardashians, they're really building up their platform and getting back on the world stage now. They are. Anyway, and I'm getting England at the moment. That's what made me think of it. So I am getting England. There's a lot of pushing. I'm getting Sushi and Company pushing people like this with their hands, just pushing them back. Controlling, obviously, but I am getting this pushing back. Because they don't want fight backs, they don't want standing up, they don't want protesting, they don't want anyone standing up against what they're trying to implement. So I'm getting this pushing. It's like a great big shove that the people are getting. Shove, all right. Big financial shove, we know that. So I am getting that for England. Hang on. And it's showing me, this is what it's showing me. It's showing me that Sushi and his little plebs and all that, it's almost like they're wanting to put dog collars on the little people and peasants and lead them with a lead. You know how you put the dog lead on and you use your energy to lead a dog? That's sort of a known fact that if you have the lead too tight, the dog, the dog gets uptight. If you relax the lead, the dog stays calmer. But I'm getting now, these global leaders are like clicking people. They're wanting to click people onto this lead and just take control of the people like a dog, like be the alpha. Don't they call you the alpha when you're in control? Well, Sushi's trying to be the alpha. This isn't literally putting collars on people, but it's about trying to guide. If you think of how you would teach and guide a puppy, for example, a dog, that's what he's trying to do with the people. See, she's trying to guide everybody where he wants them to go. And of course, that's by control. It's almost like, I guess you could say, it's like not having just a dog collar on. It's like having a choker chain on that's pulling to pull people into line. That's what I'm getting for England. So this is what's coming in England. Mass control. He's working on the mass control of the people. It's like you're all going to puppy school, and he's going to teach you all how to behave. We know they're controlling all the algorithms and pulling everybody into line with everything on the IT, AI platforms and things like this. So Sushi's going to really come down with force now. That's what I'm getting. Sorry, guys, I got to cut my fringe. I got to find my scissors. I used to be a hairdresser. Isn't that terrible? Louise, you used to be one too, didn't you? And I can't find my scissors. I've got to go and find them. Sorry, guys. I look all bedraggled and overgrown. So that's what I'm getting for Sushi. He is trying to really manipulate and guide and control the people. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, and I'm getting... now this is interesting. Hang on. Oh, this is America, and I'm getting New York. We get New York quite a bit here, don't we? But I'm getting there's a lot of terminating of platforms. I feel like a lot of, well, I suppose it would be train travel, subway trains. How's these systems? They're very complex, aren't they? But I'm getting there's some ends of these train travel is going to be terminated. They're going to shorten and terminate. Whereas once you could just keep going, I feel like they're terminating. They're making trains and things shorter in America. There's going to be more cut-off point. We knew that was coming, didn't we? Especially if you're not allowed to leave your 15-minute city. There's going to be more termination, more finishing points being built. And it's also globally too. This could be England as well, different areas. I feel like there's going to be more cut-off points. Like once upon a time, well, as we know here, in clown world, you could move around and do whatever you wanted, and you could go here, there, swap trains, get on here and go to that suburb and there. Well, I feel like that's starting to stop now. There's going to be more of an end point, and it's saying like an end game. So there's more end points being constructed, which is like a terminating terminal where you can only go so far and then you have to go back. And this could be in the next year or two as well. Doesn't mean it's happening tomorrow. But mind you, saying that, they're probably in the process of already doing this as well. So there's more terminals, but they're end terminals. They're finishing points to stop the flow of people. Oh my God, this cannot be happening. Doesn't even feel real, does it? Just around the transport systems. God, talk about freedom disappearing. People don't even know. Well, some people do. People are waking up, but by then it's like all half implemented, isn't it? It's nearly all too late. Oh, well, let's keep going. God, I keep getting Germany. And I am getting Germany is rising. Germany is rising. Their vibration's lifting over there. See, there's a lot of fear. I keep saying that. There's a lot of fear around what's going on in Germany. They don't want it. They don't want to relive their past. I keep saying it. And it's almost like shaking them like this into reality. So the people waking up in Germany, they're being shaken into reality. Oh, they're exhausted. People in Germany are exhausted of the suppression. They want to have their voice. It's even shown. Jeez. It's like I'm being strangled actually at the moment. It feels like someone's got their hands around my throat and they're like strangling me to jam my voice up. It's like people are being jammed up and being silenced in Germany. and they're sick of it. They're absolutely sick of it. It's making them, and it's literally making them physically sick. That's why I was gagging a minute ago. It's making them physically sick that they're not being heard, that they're losing their voices. See, they know they are, and very rapidly in Germany as well. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's just horrible what's going on, isn't it? And people feel so helpless. That's the hardest part, isn't it? They just need to do something, do anything. We know it's not easy to do. We've all been there and done that, haven't we? It's not easy. All right, let's keep going. But the message for Germany is where there's a will, there's a way. So there's always a way. If you've got that will inside you to fight back, there's always a way. And there is, really, isn't there? Look how much the reset rollout's been thrown off its course. It's been thrown off a lot. You know, a lot of people like all of us and other people have pushed hurdles in front of government and they've had to detour a lot. There hasn't just been a straight rollout. Look at it now. They're having to break it down into these little reset rollout rugs and separate things so people don't wake up as readily. So their plan's not been perfect. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting Canada. Oh, we haven't had Canada for a while. Things must be a bit quiet over there with Trudeau. And they're showing me busloads of people. Oh, okay, now I'm getting it. Because I was getting Canada and buses and I was trying to figure this out if you guys were all going somewhere or something, but I don't think so. This could be the migration issues. I've got the feeling it's migrants. Migrants moving in, taking over. Look, there's nothing wrong with migrants. We don't have any issues with this kind of stuff. But the big deal is, you know, we all got ostracized for not being jabbed and all these sort of things and carrying terrible viruses and all this and weren't allowed to travel around or leave our homes or anything. And suddenly it's okay to like bring in migrants that might have God knows what viruses or whatever. It's like a big double standard, isn't it? It's just so confusing for everybody. Plus you don't know who they are. So they've got to prove their identity and that they're not some terrorist coming into the country. Like all this kind of stuff goes on. But I'm seeing buses of, I'm pretty sure it's immigrants being moved into pretty much Canada. Is it Ontario? Ontario? I'm getting Ontario. It's just what I'm getting. And it's a little bit by stealth. It could be by night as well. A lot of movement in Canada with immigrants. This is a big issue everywhere, isn't it? Immigration and migrants. It is. Not just Mexican border and America, but even in Australia. They're setting goals to bring in heaps of immigrants to take over jobs because there's a lack of workers, as we know, because they all got sacked because of the jab wheel, and now they're wanting to bring in all these migrants to do the jobs. It's just such a bizarre time, isn't it? And the concept is just so weird to all of us, isn't it? Anyway, so I am getting that for Canada. Trudeau's on it. They're showing me Trudeau with one of those drums. You know those drums you hang around your neck? Well, Trudeau's like marching forward with his drum. Boom, boom, boom. It's like he's leading the band. And he's marching to the beat of his own drum. Oh, that's a change for Trudeau, isn't it? Marching to the beat of his own drum. Oh, he's like a one-man band, really, isn't he? That's what the guys are saying. So he's trying to march forward to the beat of his own drum. So frustrating, isn't it? He gets away with everything. He reminds me of Dictator Dan. Dictator Dan, he's exactly the same as Trudeau. Actually, they'd be good pals. They're both just ruthless on their mission. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Enough of the two tyrants. I keep getting Hawaii. I got Hawaii yesterday, didn't I? I got that sort of storm energy. Something really happening in Hawaii. What is happening in Hawaii? I know Hawaii, hasn't that got a lot of military base or something? I don't know. I just keep getting Hawaii. And they're giving me that show. Do you remember that show, Hawaii Five-0? That was shot in Hawaii. It had to be. I'm just getting this kind of detectives. Oh, there's a lot going on in Hawaii. Hang on. There's a hidden agenda in Hawaii is what I'm getting. There's a hidden agenda. Oh, if anyone knows anything that's going on over there, let us know. There's something brewing in Hawaii. We need to know what it is. It's almost like, it's saying like they're the scapegoats for something, but they might be also the experiment for something, like the trial of something new that's coming. I am getting expanded housing, time to rebuild in Hawaii. Probably the elites are probably taking it over as one of their lovely tropical places to visit, no doubt. God, all I can think of is that I can't get the visions out of my head. I keep getting visions of that Elvis movie when he was in Hawaii. What's that called? I can't even think what it's called. Blue Hawaii? That's it, Blue Hawaii. And of course, we've got to get the song Blue Hawaii, of course. Blue Hawaii. Oh, I'm getting Hawaii. So if I'm getting Elvis's movie Blue Hawaii. Oh, wasn't it beautiful back then though, Hawaii? Like, it was so unspoilt and just it was such a magic place. I've never been to Hawaii, but you do hear a lot of things. I hear that it's very expensive is the one thing I do hear from most people who have been there. It's very, very expensive. But for some reason, Hawaii, there's something going on there, guys. So I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, let's keep going. And this message is for us, the BS detectors, Braveheart bikers. We have to stay very stable now in our strength, our power, our truth. We're evolving nicely. We're still moving up the ladder. We talk a lot here, and we have in the last couple of weeks, about our ailments, our knees, our backs, our legs, our ankles, and all the little aches and pains we've all been suffering as we move through our our journey of awakening, because we're still growing, we're still learning, we're still all having to keep moving forward. And at the moment, it's like a lot of us are a little bit stagnant and jammed up. And the guides do keep talking about this bit of fear energy, fear of the unknown, fear of what's coming. As much as we sort of aren't even aware of these things, sometimes I think we do have that subconscious fear that something could go, no, not go wrong. That's not really what I'm looking for. But I do feel like it's that unknown. It's the unknown. It's the not knowing how far this reset's going to be implemented, and are we going to be living like Hunger Games, you know? Have you noticed, guys, and there's a lot of shows on TV here in Australia that are actually similar to Hunger Games. There's one called The Summit. There's another one coming, and they're ruthless. It's about, and they've got all... There's one ad on at the moment here in Australia of this TV show, and it's got all walks of life. It's got the garbage man, it's got the nurse, it's got the mum, it's got like, it's just crazy. And they're all competing against each other, and it's very weird. It reminds me of Hunger Games and how the government's playing people off against each other. There's a lot of these TV shows. Have a look. You'll probably notice it now that I've said it. But let me know if there's some of those sort of shows where you guys are living, because we seem to be having a lot of shows about, and, you know, like lots of people of different walks of life competing with each other, trying to normalize it. But there's a lot of shows that like that here. It's very strange. Very strange. All right, I think I'll do some cards today, because we need a bit of chewing up, don't we? We've had enough of the saving the world and being BS detectors. And I'll do the happiness cards first, guys, because they're always fun, aren't they? We'll do a little bit of happiness. We need a bit of happiness and joy to help keep moving us forward. I've got my girlfriend coming again, guys. The one that did the healing on my knee last week, that was actually the one that planted the seed in my head about moving forward with our ascension and how it can be a lot of stuck old energy. So it'll be interesting. I'll give you some feedback if what else she says about my knee today, because I think she's right on track, don't you? I think she's really onto something. She's a horse whisperer, a dog whisperer. She walks my dogs. My daughter's walking with her today because my knee's so crappy. Ugh. All right. Oh, we've got a little, what would that be? A pile of rocks? It looks like a pile of rocks. Become a master. Practice your strengths until they are perfect. Beautiful, isn't it? I love that. That's true. To become a master, practice your strengths until they are perfect. I love it. That's actually right. We've still got to keep practicing all these things, as much as we've taught ourselves to live in the now and focus on the things that are important to us and our creativities and our passions, and we've still got to keep practicing. It's not, you can't drop the ball, because that's when you stagnate, isn't it? That's what we keep saying. That's what keeps coming out. Oh, this one's jumping out. Oh, look at this one. It's like a, what'd you say, like a crystal of some sort. Ask for help. Go an inch by yourself or a mile with others. Oh, that's true, isn't it? I love that. That's so cute. Because I think that's what we do here on my channel, guys, us Terrabellians. We support each other. If you're new here, we call ourselves the Terrabellians, meaning we enjoy our beautiful earth. We make the most of every day and every moment, and where we're living or where we are. It doesn't matter if we were locked down or where we were in our garden, at the beach with big boulders, Louise, maybe at your beach. Doesn't matter where we are. We make the most of every moment. And I think that's right. But we also support each other. We've come a long way, because I think we've been able to support each other. My channel's become like a little community. Like, it's beautiful. As much as YouTube tries to control a lot of the comments and my posting and different things like that, we still push through, because we've all sort of got each other's back. We understand each other and how we think. We're not isolated in our madness anymore. We've sort of evolved. Oh, this is an interesting one. What would you say that is? Like a little bracelet? That's like a little bracelet or something, isn't it? So it reminds me of. Have faith. Develop a bond with a spiritual power. I suppose you could say they're like worry beads or something like that, a little bit. Because you know how people put, they fiddle with their beads and things, don't they, to relieve anxiety and that sort of thing. So having faith, develop a bond with a spiritual power. And I think, as we know here, that spiritual power is within us, isn't it? The spiritual power lies within us. We know what spiritual power can be anything, really. It's about having strength in yourself and your own beliefs, your truths, and feeling stable as, I guess, feeling stable as who you are and not hiding away. Oh, I'm just going to do an outcome card, guys. It's a little rainbow again. And this is apologize. Build bridges instead of burning them down. Oh. We do that anyway, guys. And the thing is about that is that we do things with from humility. We don't do things from ego. We just don't. We never have. We're not those kind of people. We're sensitives. We're empaths. We're pretty caring souls. So I would say that we're always the ones that kind of build bridges. We don't really hold on. As much as we've been hurt and things, we don't hold grudges and all that. We move on, because we just want to keep moving forward. We sort of let a lot of things go. So I'm going to pull 3 Whispering Woods cards. You know how much I love these cards. They just give us some really nice, fun energy. I'll just give them a little shuffle, a little sip of tea. I hear you guys are having sunshine, a lot of you overseas. How beautiful at last. You'll get some veggies growing and your beautiful, pretty flowers. Oh, I love bulbs and, oh, I love spring. I do miss it. Everything's turning, well, there's pretty much no leaves rather on the trees now. And the grass is going white. You know how it loses its green after a couple of frosts? Everything just died. Sorry, I've got to get the card, guys. Jumped out of the pack. Oh, here we go. Resilient. Stay as strong as evergreen trees. Here, as I'm telling you, the leaves have fallen off the trees. See, they are resilient evergreen trees, aren't they? Because they don't really have to lose their leaves to protect themselves, do they, over the harsh winters? Stay resilient. I'd say we're pretty resilient, wouldn't you guys? We've been through so much and we're actually enjoying life more, I think. Oh, here's a nice one. Joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. Wow, and you think of how quickly wildflowers spread in the wind and everything. They just you can see fields and fields of them. Sometimes they just multiply. So I guess that's what happens. The more that we feel joy in life, the more it starts to surround us and come. Oh, the cards are jumpy today. Oh, here we go. Reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. Now, I'm guessing with that card that the reconnect would be around reconnecting. It could be reconnect with family and friends. It could be. It doesn't have to be. To me, it's like reconnecting with your the joys of your past. Like that, I see that card, that reconnect, as reconnecting to, example, music here. We all reconnect to those old 80s songs and movies and things, like even me getting that Hawaii 5-0 show and Elvis's what do you call it, Blue Hawaii, all these old memories. See, that's reconnecting to our past, the things that made us feel good and things that made us feel happy. And music is definitely one of those things. And also reconnecting to your passions, your creativities, the things that you loved as a child. Oh, you know, I'm always telling you about how I always had dogs as a child. I know a lot of you are into pets as well. And it's the dogs that always made me feel safe and secure and happy. And that's when I went out and got the 2 rescue dogs, Sophie and Sprocket, because it brought joy back into my life when I was in a really dark place, I suppose, when I went through my dark night of the soul, which was very, very painful, as a lot of you know out there. It's like your soul is completely smashing into 10 million pieces and you're being reborn again. That's what it feels like. Doesn't it? Caterpillar into the butterfly, emerging into who we really are. All right. Journey, branch out to new worlds. There you go. So we have to keep moving forward, guys, and branching out into new worlds, which is what we've really done. We live from a very different place. If you think pre-pandemic to now, let me know down below, you know, maybe in one word or in a short phrase, how you guys feel since your awakening. Like, what's the biggest thing that you've what's the biggest change in your life, or the change in you as a person that you've felt since awakening and since emerging into who you really are? It'd be nice to share those things with each other and see if they're similar, or, I mean, we're all going to be different, aren't we? It's so nice to feel that free feeling, free of pain and anxiety and fears and hurts, though, isn't it? Without that resistance in your body, it's just so different. Flowing in life is much more comfortable than resisting, isn't it? And having that contracted feeling. Oh, there you go. Look what flipped. Flow. Go with the flow as water does down a river. Do not hurry. All right. We can't hurry the awakening process, guys. We just have to keep flowing. Isn't that weird? I was just talking about flowing is much more comfortable. See, that's synchronicity right there, guys, isn't it? So the message is to keep flowing and keep that resistance out of our bodies. I'll just see if there's one more thing to close with today. Oh, dropping everything. Oh, the sun's coming out. It's so nice. Warms up those icy mornings, doesn't it? You know what the guides are like at the end? They bombard me with everything. I'm getting everything. Hang on, let me clear. And I'll just ask them to bring in one thing. Well, there's a card on the ground that I'm getting compelled to pick up. The cards that fell. Oh no, it's reconnect again. All right, hang on. I'm getting that song from Lion King again. Can you feel the love tonight? Just get out of the sun, guys. Can you feel the love tonight? Is it where we are? So we've got to keep feeling that love, just like in the Lion King movie. That's such a cute song, there, isn't it? That's by Elton John, isn't it? All right, hang on. God, I'm getting this song. It's an old song, and it's that perhaps, 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 dun 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 dun. And if you say you love me, I know you say you want to, and go, perhaps, perhaps. I don't know why I'm getting it. I'm just getting that song for some reason. All right, hang on. Let's see if there's something to close with today. I'm getting this song for us. Oh, and it's by the Monkeys. Hey, hey, we're the Monkeys. People say we'll monkey around. We're too busy singing to put anybody down. We're not trying to be friendly. Don't like to sing and play. That's the joyous song that I'm getting to finish with today, the Monkeys. So we're like the monkeys in our BS detector suits, just having fun. We're too busy to be worried about putting people down and all this kind of thing. And that's the message I'm going to leave you with today, the Monkeys. Hey, hey, we're the Monkeys. People say we're running around. We are too busy singing to put anybody down, aren't we? We are. We love our music. I had my music blaring last night. I had John Farnham blaring in the kitchen while I was cooking. It was so good. I just love John Farnham's voice. So that's us. I'm going to leave you with the Monkeys song today. So we'll leave you with a little bit of happiness, joy. Oh, the gods, they do make us laugh, don't they? Look, have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll come on and see you tomorrow. I am going shopping to Canberra tomorrow with my daughter, so if I don't do a video, look for me the next day, but hopefully I'll get one done in the morning. All right, take care. Subscribe, hit the like buttons, guys. Please comment. Let me know the biggest thing that you've got from your awakening as well, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.